Why was Black Panther the reverse of Get Out?
Wait, what?
There's only one white man and the whole place is black. I'm just kidding, it's getting weird.
I think that's our cold open. Thanks, Derek. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mistakes Were Made, the show where we talk about mistakes and things we love, and maybe even remember why we love them in the first place. I'm your host and residential mistake artist, Eduardo Vaca, and with me, as always, is fellow mistake artist, Chris Hecker. Chris, how are you today?
I'm alright.
You're good?
I'm okay. No, I'm actually freaking out.
Why are you freaking out?
The anime I finished in a day, I feel like a different person.
Yeah, what's it called?
It's called Devilman Crybaby. It's on Netflix. It just released in January, and it's too much for like a little man like me.
It's too much for a wee child.
It's like vodka for my eyes, or Fireball for my eyes.
It's like a party in a bottle, but the party ends with tragedy.
That sounds like a horrible mix, vodka and Fireball.
You mix them up.
No.
I wonder if they separate like oil and water, or if they just sort of become a swirl of poison for your liver.
I feel sick just thinking about it. I'm like gagging.
So how have you been? How have you been since last week or so?
I'm alright. It's okay. I don't remember. How have you been?
I've been okay. I've been chill. I've been hanging. Not much has happened since last week.
I don't know. Apparently you're too busy.
I'm a busy guy.
But somehow you still saw the movie.
I did. Okay, so that should lead us to our segment for our topic for today's episode. We're going to review
Devilman Crybaby review.
Or Black Panther, whichever comes first. It's Black Panther.
Alright, okay.
Because it's like, alright, you got this one, Ed.
Spoilers ahead.
This is going to be a full spoiler podcast, but...
Everyone dies at the end.
Yeah.
He's got the body of a demon and the heart of a human.
But is he talking about Black Panther or his devil anime? Stick around to find out. He's talking about Black Panther. No. But, okay. So I guess before we go full on into the spoilers, just for anyone who didn't see the movie, what did you think of it, just generally?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. I mean,
the other guy.
I feel... Okay. I thought you were asking the viewers. I don't know why you would be.
No, what'd you think, Chris?
Okay, I'll be honest. It does feel like it's going beat by beat. And it does feel like another superhero movie, but this one's done so good. And everything looks nice, and all the performances are on top notch. It like makes up for it just being kind of like a normal story, because it plays it super safe.
I kind of...
Here we go.
No, I agree with you in that it's totally a Marvel movie. Like, they have like even the similar Marvel beats, but I wouldn't call it playing it safe. I would call it actually sort of pushing the boundaries of the Marvel barrier.
How?
Just because of the commentary it has on race and like isolationism.
Yeah, but I feel like that's so easy for a movie like this to do.
I think it's easy for a movie to try and do this, but I thought this movie did it so well. Like, it didn't feel preachy, it didn't feel, like, so over the top. But I do agree, this is through and through a Marvel movie. Like, if you're not on board with the structure or, the characterizations, then, you're not, like, this is not the movie to change tides. But if you're already deep into the Marvel machine like we are, or at least like I am.
It's a breath of fresh air, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is probably their best movie in a while. Personally.
What about Thor?
I think it's a better movie than Thor, but Thor is it's clearly funnier. Like, I would call Thor's a comedy, and Black Panther is a pretty straight drama. But anyway, so from this point on, we're going to go full into spoilers.
Oh, wait. Okay, wow. That was like 2 minutes of like...
Well, yeah, because I want to be able to dig as deeply into this movie as possible. I want to get out my surgical movie knives and just scoop it all up. That's a Get Out reference,
Can we talk about what a waste of such an amazing soundtrack?
There
was only 3 songs from the soundtrack in it.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't think there were going to be more.
I mean, they could have used the beats in certain scenes. I didn't.
The beats, but
they had
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, go.
Oh, they had oh god. No, they had Korean or Asian rap at one point, and that's not even on the soundtrack. Why even include it? Why not just put because it was weird when they go into the casino, you hear American music. I don't know.
I think as soon as I knew South Korea was in the movie, I was like, y'all are pandering to those international audiences. And that's fine, whatever, because I thought that was really well done. But I loved the score for this movie.
I liked a few songs. I liked a few.
I mean, the album is... I don't know. I don't love the album, personally. I think Kendrick is clearly the best part of that album. But
I'm going to take off my hat for the rest of this right now.
You love the album, I know that.
It's so good.
It's fine. I mean,
Every-
I think the best song is the one they chose for the credits. Personally,
That's my favorite one too.
you think so?
All the Stars. It's so good.
It's just fun. Like it is a good.
The violins and like
Oh my
SZA's
God.
voice,
SZA's
and then
she's
Kendrick's.
got some golden
Kendrick's
pipes.
verse. Oh, no,
The
but
music video is great too.
I need to watch it.
It's fantastic.
I think with the credits it was perfect. I like how old that was.
Oh my God, the credits! We're not even talking about the real movie yet. Just the end credits. They did what they did with Thor Ragnarok, where they like have this really cool animation to keep you hooked onto it, and it works. Because I was like, I don't want to leave this movie theater. I just want to listen to the song on repeat, and this weird sand animation dirt thing
That was
going.
so cool. I liked
That
it.
was really cool. But onto the film itself, Chris. So this movie has like so much hype behind it. Like the hype train is incredible for this movie. Like people who don't like superhero movies, it's like Wonder Woman. They're coming out for this one. Do you think this movie lives up to that hype? Do you think it's worth that hype? I guess I'll start so you can collect your thoughts. But I think I think it is, in the sense that, I don't know, because it's entertaining, it does have something to say about race, but it's also not pandering, because, like, I'm Hispanic, you're white, and I don't think either, just so the listeners know, despite the sound of my voice, I am not white.
I read Esperanza Rising. Did you? Did you? Oh, you even know what it is?
No, no. What is that?
Oh, it's a book.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is it about?
That's my recommendation.
That's right.
Esperanza Rising.
Okay, that should be the first Hispanic superhero film.
Esperanza Rising.
I don't know what it's about, but yeah, let's turn it into. Anyway, I thought the film was really good, worth the hype. The only thing I might have is, I don't know. Well, let me hear your thoughts first, because I might say something like, not that I don't really mean, just for the sake of playing devil's advocate. But
I literally can't say anything bad about this movie. I will be looked down on.
I mean, there's some bad stuff to say about this movie, like the Marvel stuff. Well, we're going full spoilers. Just a basic breakdown of the plot. The first half is like this really awesome James Bond type story where they're going globetrotting, tracking down Andy Serkis's character Ulysses Claw, he's so good in this movie. He's just like super fun and silly.
And they get rid of him.
Yeah, and they kill him, which is it's okay, because the second half is really the more, I guess, like Black Panther-centric, Wakanda-centric story. Wakanda, of course, being the fictional nation this is all taking place around. But it's with him and, what's his name?
Killmonger?
Eric Stevenson Killmonger. Killmonger's his name in the comics, and they just turned it into a nickname here, which makes sense, because Killmonger is a, bless you, Chris. Killmonger is a stupid name.
No, it's fucking awesome.
No, it's like a stupid real person name, but it's a good, I could call this guy Killmonger.
Why didn't the guy, from the ape tribe, look like he did in the comics? Have you seen how he looks?
It was a cool representation. No, in the movie.
Oh, I know,
the way they translated him.
Have you seen how he looks in the comics?
He just looks like an ape on hind legs.
No, he looks like a normal guy. He just wears, the top half of an ape.
Oh, does he really?
The mouth is, where his head goes.
Oh, okay.
It looks silly.
He was really good, despite anything. But we'll get into that a little bit later. What did you think of which half of the movie did you like more? With, Michael B. Jordan's villain or with Andy Serkis's villain? Because I feel like the movie is kind of two halves.
I like the first half more, because Michael B. Jordan's character just felt kind of generic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It felt like every other person he felt like every other villain. He just wants revenge.
I kind of
here's
the thing. I kind of agree with you. That's what he becomes in the third act of the movie. Like the Marvel formula comes in and he's like, oh, now he's just all powerful and we got to stop him and blah blah blah. But I think for the first half of the movie and up to that point, he's very similar to Loki in that he's like this fallen son. He was abandoned by his people, and I found that super interesting. And they did kind of, I don't want to say drop the ball, but you definitely lose some of that emotional impact until the end. Because when you see him die, that is that's a gut punch to me.
Thanks for that, slave, imagery, eulogy, whatever it is.
At the end?
Yeah.
I loved it.
I was just okay, thanks.
I could see why somebody thinks it's preachy, because it is very, it's literally talking about slavery.
And here I am. I'm white. I'm talking about God. I can't say anything about,
No. I mean, no. Because, I could definitely see it is very just on the nose.
Thank God Sean's not
But
here.
at the same time, Sean might have given you some nonsense. But at the same time, I felt it just worked, considering who the character is. He's such an extremist. It worked so well for me. And Michael B. Jordan, I don't know if it's because, Chadwick Boseman nailed it as Black Panther, as T'Challa, but I think Michael B. Jordan just might be a better actor, because I really just was so compelled by his character throughout every scene he was in. Because he goes from being this kind of hipster thug to being this really intelligent extremist that I really dug. I loved his perspective.
He loves his fucking country, dude.
But he doesn't. He's really this assimilated, like, black guy who thinks that he's from, like, who thinks he has these African roots, but the point is that he doesn't. He's got this colonial mindset that he's gotten from living in the United States, which is really, like, a really complicated villain. That, of course, like, all that nuance is gone by the time they're, like, fighting in front of the monorail. Yeah. But, like, it's just, it's gone. But, like, up to that point, he's super interesting.
Yeah, it was hard, like, I don't know whose side to be on for a little bit, to be honest. Because I did, like, understand where each people were coming from, or each person was coming from.
And I love that debate. It's like, is it okay that we're just looking after ourselves as a country, and is that morally okay? And I like that the movie's like, no. But I love how the movie isn't like, you guys were bad guys. It's like, we understand what you did, why you did it, but it was still wrong.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Why'd you leave the kid? Why'd you leave the kid?
Which, yeah, you didn't have to leave the kid. You didn't have to leave poor little Killmonger.
I felt so sad when he was crying.
That hurt. Oh my god. What did you think of the scene between Killmonger and his dad when he's an adult in the dream plane?
I felt sad because he didn't really care that his dad died. Like, or no, he doesn't care now. It's just like, people die. I'm used to it.
That did hurt a little bit.
It feels like he has no emotional connection with it now because he just treats him like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And I do like, because he still does cry for his dad a little bit, so you can tell he kind of doesn't mean it. Like, obviously he does feel something, but he's so, like, warped in this way of thinking that he can't say otherwise. You know? And Sterling K. Knight, who plays his father and, you know, the king's brother, he was so good. He was in the movie for like 10 minutes, and he was just so impactful, because at the end the father's like, yeah, I fucked this up for both of us. We messed up. It's his fault. Oh, it's so good.
He fucking choked a woman.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
that did occur.
Right after he cried for his dad, he just chokes the woman. Like,
yeah, that was dark. And I was thinking, since, of course, at that point, he tells them to burn down the plants with the little magical...
Heart, whatever.
Yeah, the heartless juice. Like, so does that mean that T'Challa is going to be the last, like, super strength enhanced Black Panther?
Did you also see the post about that too?
No, what?
Oh, they asked that same exact question.
Oh, if he's the last one?
So he probably will be, or it'll probably be just like they'll probably be training for it. Whatever.
Maybe, yeah, because I didn't know that he was enhanced by, like, Black Panthers were enhanced, like, in this movie universe by, you know, the serum that would give you strength and stuff. But it kind of makes sense that he'd be the last one.
Yeah,
like,
but
in terms of, like, his story and making it more epic.
Yeah, but at one point I do feel like the, like, sister is just gonna, like, enhance the suit to where it can just do things, like, for him.
Yeah, because I was thinking he doesn't really need that sort of super strength. The suit is super on its own.
Can we talk about how there is no tension, like, the last fight because of the suit?
I don't think because of the suit.
I mean,
well,
like,
maybe a little bit.
He can't get hurt.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
There's no tension with his character. I mean, with the others.
Actually, I kind of agree with that. You're right, because the suit is super cool. Like, it's such a cool idea for a suit. Like, it's they establish that vibranium absorbs it and then releases it again. So the idea of putting that in a suit is really cool. But I was thinking that's why they had to get rid of the suit when they're fighting, like, for the throne, because that's how you add the tension. You're seeing the dude shirtless and getting, like, slashed and stuff, and you're, like, wincing every time it happens.
Those are the best fights.
No, they are, certainly. And the suit does make... I agree. That probably is one of the reasons why that did lack tension, besides the fact that you knew he was coming back, like, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't need to kill him off, quote-unquote, kill him off, because when you're watching that, you're like, yeah, it's a great fight, and there's a lot of tension in that fight, but, like, when he dies, you're like, you know he's not dead, because there's still an hour left in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like, good tension. It just was kind of predictable it was going to happen because of where they are. Just like, there's a waterfall, he's probably going to get thrown.
Yeah, which was, but it did lead to more cool stuff, like that his second talk with his dad when he's in the snow. That was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then the whole, like, weird relationship between that outsider tribe, that was really cool. So it's like, yeah, it was predictable for sure, but also, like, I could forgive it just because it led to so much more cool stuff.
Can we talk about how good it felt when he yelled at his dad? Like, that was wrong! That was wrong.
That was the thing. There was so much, like, raw emotion in this movie, and just, you know, it all makes sense. No character ever does something that's, like, really stupid, except for that point when T'Challa, like, turns off his little bracelet cell phone thing. That's the one time where it's like, that the movie needs this, but also, I don't care. I love this movie.
Yeah, let's talk about how it has 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it that high?
3% higher than The Dark Knight. And where do you think it stands with compared to Dark Knight?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can compare. Well, you can't, like, with Rotten Tomatoes, you can't compare them because, one, we don't know well, you can check right now, but what their average score is and how many critics were, like, assigned, You kind of, the problem with Rotten Tomatoes is that it's too simplistic. It's a little more complicated than they care to admit. But it kind of makes sense that this is the most enjoyed Marvel movie because it's one of the best Marvel movies. I mean, it just is. It's better than most of them.
The audience score is so, like...
76 isn't bad.
I know. I pictured it be right there. I mean, like... The way
it was just so hyped, and there were so many assholes who were trying to, like, make it negative and stuff. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I'm just surprised since, like, every post I've seen about it, though, is just, like, how good it is and how everyone's excited for it.
Yeah, because everybody's coming out for this movie. It's not just the superhero fans. It's the people who, who actually... like just want a good movie, which is new. It's just the layman because this feels like an event movie. Oh man, and it just feels like a good movie on its own. I wasn't as eager to rewatch Thor Ragnarok as I am eager to rewatch this one.
Yeah.
And Thor Ragnarok did a lot more for the whole universe and stuff, and this movie does nothing for the shared Marvel universe except for the post-credit scenes.
Good.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was worried they were going to set up like where the last Infinity Stone is, which the Avengers trailer kind of alluded to. And it wasn't. What did you think of the gold suit for Killmonger at the end?
It was okay. I mean, whatever.
I dug it. I liked that gold touch, personally.
Yeah, it does make him look, it looks more like a panther, but what the fuck am I talking about?
It looks like the dude from Tarzan.
Like, it honestly feels like a completely different animal.
It does. Yeah, I think, I was reading on Screen Rant, they did a list and they compared it to, like, the black jaguar.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And that kind of makes sense, but, to each his own, it was still cool, whatever. What did you think of his little sister?
She was okay. I mean, dated jokes aside, she was fine.
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about that?
No.
No? When she says, "What are those?" I was like, I didn't remember that was a vine.
Just like, no, I didn't even laugh.
Really?
It wasn't funny.
I laughed.
Of course you did, because you didn't know its origin.
No, I mean, it's funny on its own. I laughed when I saw his feet. I was like, why are these? Because it's such a dad thing to do in a way, just to have his feet up.
There were like 3 shots of his feet.
They do linger.
And then there was
which was funny.
And then you see like the girl like in the car's foot just like step on the gas. Like I don't need to see that.
I didn't have a problem with that. I love the scene where I don't know her name, but the security lady, the head of like his little like armed forces. I loved when she threw the spear through the car and it just slammed into the road and the car just crashed around the spear. Oh, that was so cool.
What about when they crash and she like stops herself from like flipping by grabbing it?
Yes. That was the whole Korea sequence is so much better than I thought it would be. Really, because it looked like your typical Marvel chase in the middle of the middle of the movie, but it was riveting.
Okoye? Is that how you say her name?
Oh yeah, Okoye. I think that is.
Can we talk about Forrest Whitaker and his face?
He was fine in this movie.
I liked him.
He was good.
I mean, it's my fault.
And then you're like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan was dynamic in this movie. I really loved him.
Who had the better redemption, Chris Evans or Michael B. Jordan?
What do you mean?
Because they were both in bad Marvel movies first.
The thing is, they're both the best part of each of their movies.
Okay, that's a bold statement, but all right.
You don't think so? I think Chris Evans is the best part of Fantastic Four.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Michael B. Jordan's a fucking prick for some reason in Fantastic Four.
I still think he was the best part.
I guess.
He's kind of, he's got kind of the hothead jerk thing, but I think Michael B. Jordan I like him a lot. I like his whole charisma and personality. And I feel like that shined through with the 2015 Fantastic Four.
I like Invisible Woman. Is that Kate Mara, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's pretty.
She's really pretty.
She's a wig. It's awesome.
I know. She has half that movie. She's in a very visible wig.
I fucking love reshoots.
Yeah, they're the best. I was thinking in this movie there were clear reshoots between what was her name? Oyoya.
Oyoya.
Okoye. So
this is getting weird.
We don't know that. We didn't know.
You need to cut that.
No, I'm not going to cut that. But we just. Names are stupid. But with Okoye and Daniel Kaluuya's character, the guy from Get Out, when they were I forgot that they were supposed to be like lovers until the end. Yeah. I was like, that's a reshoot. I was like, there's no way that was in the original script.
Can we talk about like how if like 50-50 the CGI is?
Yeah. No, I agree because some of that was terrible.
Like it's such a little thing, but do you remember seeing the necklaces on those fake bodies? That was dummy, like the
No, I don't. But well,
like
I remember them. But yeah,
when she's showing off, like okay, like here's this one, like here's the silver one, here's the gold one. It looks fake. It looks horrible. It's just little things. They don't even look real.
I see. I didn't actually.
Here
I
we
kind of. I noticed that
third
they were
time.
fake, but that wasn't the worst. I felt
That wasn't the worst. No.
the worst were. I can think of two. They do a wide shot of the like that mining station where the train is going in. I thought that was terrible. Like they clearly skimp out there. Like they make it intentionally like blurrier so you don't have to do so much work or something.
Because it's alien.
Maybe. I mean,
Where's vibranium come from?
I don't know, but I like that explanation that it like got into the soil and stuff and it, like actually enhanced the terrain.
Can we talk about how like actually let's talk about the CGI more.
Well,
Give
no.
me more of your opinion.
Well, the other one that I thought was so bad was actually a couple of shots of the ending scene when Killmonger's looking at the sunset because they do some wide shots and it's clear that Chadwick Boseman is in a CGI suit, like he's not actually wearing a suit because the neckline is like jittery, not like aligned with his real neck. And I remember thinking, God, that sucks, you know, because this is such a pivotal moment, and I'm looking at something that just took me out of the movie, and it's going to take everyone else out of the movie too, because people will notice that.
God, Marvel, just put the money and take a risk.
I know, but at the same time, it's like you're making, like Disney's making like 6 of these size movies every year between Star Wars, Marvel, and their remakes. So I get why they have to skimp. But at the same time, you can make it look good. Like, there's a way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but at the same time, just like skimp at the, you know, the wide shot of the mine. You can skimp there. Not at the last pivotal scene of the villain's arc.
It looked funny when he slumped over, too.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
It looked...
yeah, it's not his fault.
His little dead... Like, yeah, no, exactly. It was just terrible CGI.
I mean, they gave good reactions to CGI. It felt real. They felt real.
All the performances were great. Mm-hmm. Every single one was so good. I liked Lupita Nyong'o as... what was her name? It started with an N. But basically the love interest of the film. She was just... Yeah, she was fantastic. She was just super likable and not lame, you know.
Eric Killmonger?
Eric Killmonger.
That's funny.
That's just a dumb name, but I love it. I don't care.
Look how happy he is about it.
Michael B. Jordan is he has one of those smiles where he's like, I'm happy to be everywhere. I'm happy to have work.
You know.
Daniel Kaluuya had dad bod
Wasabi.
in this movie. Wasabi. He looked big in this movie, but like not...
Everyone beefed up.
But he looked like... It was like barrel chested. Like,
hey man,
ripped.
It's fine. He's got grief.
And he's got a Best Actor nomination, so he can do whatever he wants.
But did he get it?
We'll know in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, shit, you're right. I thought they happened already.
Yeah, although Michael B. Jordan seeing those scars on his body was pretty cool because it looked nasty.
Yeah, did he do that to himself?
Yeah, for every person he killed, which I liked because it was like he's pretending like he actually gives a shit about human life, but it's more like they're more like trophies than they are grievances, which is really cool.
How'd you do it to your back, dude?
Yeah, it's gonna stick it. Reach for it.
Let's talk about how the what's the one stone we haven't seen yet? The Soul Stone. Right?
No, isn't the Soul
Spirit
Stone
or whatever it's called?
Maybe is it the Time Stone? It's one of the stones.
It's
one of the stones. Let's see, because we got the Cosmic Cube, which is space. The Guardians of the Galaxy one is power. We have the Time Stone from Doctor Strange. We have this. I think the Soul Stone is the one that Vision has on his head, and then we have the Ether, and I don't know what Ether is. The one from Thor. Mm-hmm. I don't know which one that one is.
What do they call the Infinity Stones? Not Cosmic Cubes.
No.
You idiot.
I prefer Cosmic Cube to Tesseract. Personally.
I feel like everyone...
It's more fun. What is the name of that last? It's...
the Soul Stone. No, wait. No, it's Space Stone.
That's the Tesseract.
Okay.
Or maybe it is the Soul Stone, because the Mind Stone might be the one they use for... I think the Mind Stone is the one for Vision.
Chitauri Scepter.
Oh, okay.
Reality Stone.
Reality Stone is the Ether, then, and so what's the one missing? It's Soul
Stone. So I think that like maybe the Soul Stones in Wakanda, that's how they can communicate with the afterlife.
You think so?
I think so. I feel like that makes a
lot of sense.
It does.
That's a good theory. I like that.
I know, it's almost like I didn't look it up.
It's almost like I made it up. But I like that theory a lot. Actually, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. It's not just the vibranium, because that would be kind of weird.
It was weird, but I kind of dug it because I didn't need more explanation. I like that it was a little more of a spiritual side of a Marvel
I wish
movie.
they went more spiritual with it.
You think so?
I kind of wish. I mean, it was just like 5 minutes of just like a pep talk each time.
But I kind of dug it because they use it. It's not like... But I didn't think it was always a pep talk because it was always this is a truth you need to face kind of talk. And it's not like, oh, look.
What do you think a pep talk is, Ed?
A pep talk is meant to, to pep. And these guys were like, no, Dad, you kind of messed up really badly.
He gave his dad a pep talk.
He gave his
you
dad...
can do better.
He gave his dad a talk down. That's what he gave him.
I'm not ready to be a dad.
I don't want to go there yet.
Don't be pregnant.
Should we talk about the post-credit scenes for the film?
Nothing really happened in them, besides Bucky.
What I don't like... I'd rather have one post-credit scene that's, pretty good. Than two that are not good at all. Because I like the scene of him at the United Nations. It's a good scene. But it's not like... That's part of the movie. Don't push that off past the credits, because it should be part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
And I like the ending a lot. Like, what can a third world country offer us? And then it's just like, wink, wink. So much.
Who am I smiling at?
Look at my soul stone. And I thought the Bucky Barnes scene was stupid.
It's okay. I mean, it's not really like a spoiler. It's where he is. It's where he is.
And we knew he was there.
It didn't hit me when she said, you brought me another broken white man or something like that.
Yeah,
I
knew that immediately.
I didn't.
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
I forgot about Bucky.
We got some Bucky. What did you think of Martin Freeman in this movie, by the way, as Everett Ross, the FBI CIA person?
Every time, like sometimes when he talks, it reminds me of Jason Bateman.
He did. He did kind of use that as his accent, huh?
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
He was good. I liked him.
He was fun. I liked his fish out of water stuff. I thought they were going to kill him at the end. And he was like, keep me in. And I was like, damn, Marvel's killing the white guy. And then he's like, no, just kidding. Roll out.
Leave, please.
He was good. I liked him, too. Every actor was good and likable and not terrible. Man, I don't know. The more I think about it, Michael B. Jordan, man. He was so good in this movie. I love his introductory villain scene.
Yeah, he's alright. I mean, like, I feel like I need to watch Creed to compare his performances. I haven't seen it much with him in. But
this pairing between Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan is amazing.
Yeah.
Because Fruitvale Station is really good. Sure. It's a bummer, but it's also really good. And Creed is really good.
I heard it's a bummer, too. Creed 2.
Creed is kind of...
Creed 2.
Oh, it looks so bad. Creed 2 is going to be such garbage.
You saw the poster, right?
I was like, this can't be real. This has to be a fan-made, terrible poster. But no, it's real.
And the way Sylvester Stallone... do you have a napkin?
Yeah.
You didn't see nothing, did you?
No, I didn't see nothing.
We're
gonna pause technically.
I'll talk and maybe something will be kept in. So Creed, I didn't watch it. I was told I should have watched it. Like, Sylvester Stallone is like kind of crouched with his fist up behind Michael B. Jordan. And of course, like the villain or the opponent in the second one is someone else's son.
Yeah, he's Ivan Drago's son from Rocky IV. It's so stupid, and this is what happens when you take away Ryan Coogler from this.
One ply.
Look, I gave you one ply toilet paper, Chris. Deal with it. But I'm excited for anything Ryan Coogler does, and I'll almost support Michael B. Jordan in anything. But Creed 2 looks like garbage. And Creed 1 is really good.
Can we talk about why you like Fantastic Four so much?
I know. What the fuck? It's garbage. That movie's terrible. Okay, so you should definitely watch Creed if you haven't seen it. It's really... Have you seen the other Rocky movies?
No.
No? You should probably watch all of them.
I still haven't finished Godfather 2 since the last time we talked. I've been so busy.
Well, how far are you in Godfather 2? Spoilers for Godfather 2.
I just got to the intermission.
Oh, so you're literally halfway.
Yeah. I didn't know there was an intermission. I was like...
It's good.
The way he says, your father loves you, that did feel like an ending kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Then intermission pops up. I'm like, fuck me.
Well, the cool thing about Godfather Part 2, it's such a dense movie. You could easily split that up between a couple of days.
Yeah.
And not feel like you're missing out. You know what I mean? Like, you need the momentum.
Godfather Part 3 isn't really even supposed to be a part of the other two. It's like an epilogue. Have you read about that?
Oh, no, I've seen it. It definitely is.
Okay, fuck me.
It's not...
The death of Michael Corleone. I don't care about spoilers. You know what's going to happen. He's old.
Yeah, and plus the movie's like 30 years old, so it's acceptable. But it is it does feel a little more like stories from The Godfather than it does actual Godfather. But it's fun.
Yeah, all right.
It's still not bad. It's just not... It's just... if you compare it to the first two, you're obviously going to come short, but...
Yeah, all right, Ed. Yeah. I'm going to take the microphone away from you.
I'm just kidding. Show me some more of that Black Panther.
What happened in that movie?
Black Panther? What was that about again?
Don't watch it in 3D. It hurts. And it's too dark. It's too dark in 3D. Also, the action scenes are kind of cut weird. Like, the first action scene, it was super cool. How,
Which was the first one again?
Where they're in, the woods. or the forest, whatever.
Oh yeah, that was cut weird, and I think it was, and maybe it was because it was too dark. But I think that's the theater. I think when you watch the trailer on your TV, you can see like everything.
Yeah.
But it's just these theaters have such low fucking bulbs. They don't they don't know how to project the image. They just suck at it.
Can we talk about how sound mixing fucking sucks on DVDs? Because the music's always 10 times louder and the talking is so low, and my TV can't handle that.
For which movie?
Like any movie. Like
it's unless you have like a really cool like speaker sound system, you're gonna come short.
We need a receiver. We have one. It's just sitting there. It's not being used. It looks stupid. Yeah, but
I think that's the biggest benefit to going to the movies is the sound, because that will like knock you dead, especially in this movie because that score is so good.
Yeah, like when it's big moments, the music's good, but like when it's little things, they could have just. I seriously wish they used the beats from the album and stuff because they're good beats.
I mean, yeah, they're okay. I mean, yeah, look, the album is
Franco
fine.
at?
Does he like the album a lot?
Yeah, he does too.
Yeah,
I think he likes it a lot. He's named like 3 songs he likes.
Yeah, I don't know. The Kendrick ones are pretty good, and of course, this what is it? All the Stars. Oh my god. That's such a fun song. It's just, that's one of those songs. It's like, you remember the Troll song with Justin Timberlake?
No.
The happy one?
Yeah, I know
what's it called? He's on
Can't
Stop the Feeling, yeah. It's like one of those songs. They're different songs, obviously, but it's just like you listen to it and you think, I'm going to download this and like pay money for it even.
One of my brother's friends talked about that song, and they said when SZA comes on that it's gay music. And I'm like, your friend, you
need new friends.
You need a life. You need taste.
You need to smile more.
You need to go watch some anime where there's sex and gore.
You need to watch the Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer that plays before this movie.
It's actually okay. Wait, is there a new trailer? Or is it the same one?
It's the same trailer.
Okay, I'm starting to warm up to the movie because like seeing it in the theater, I feel it.
I loved it.
Why was there no Infinity War trailer though?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe to make people feel like he won't be in it, or just to forget about it for a second.
Maybe, yeah. Who knows? I'm not gonna pretend like I know Marvel. I don't understand them. The Han Solo movie trailer doesn't get better on a big screen.
Kind of. When
you thought so?
I thought like when they're flying and like in that scene where he undoes his like gun holster thing looks cool.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's like that wide screen thing where it's like with the black bars on the top and bottom, with that'd be cool.
Yeah,
like for something like that. Make it an actual Western if that's what you're going for.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I would be more interested in any of these bigger budget movies, like these Star Wars movies, if they'd played around with aspect ratio and like actual like super widescreen. That'd be crazy, but that'll never happen.
Why does Han Solo like look so dark? Like why does the movie look so dark?
It does look really dark.
I feel like it should be like more.
It looks like Rogue One. Like times 3 because Rogue One wasn't even that dark.
I know.
But anyway, so we should probably wrap up our thoughts on Black Panther. Chris, do you have any last thoughts on Black? Well, just general last thoughts. We've kind of time.
It's okay. It's
if you had to rate it, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 8 or 7.5, 7.7 out of 10.
I was gonna say out of 10. Yeah.
It's not perfect. It's not amazing, but it's great, and it's worth your money.
It's definitely a theater movie, I think, because I feel like if you watch it at home, you're just gonna lose a lot of that fun. And this is a good movie to watch with the crowd too, because there are moments where you'll be like, "Oh, zoinks!
Get him, Superman!
Ka-chow!
Fuck him up!"
What's that? Oh my God! Okay, so when Chris and I and Sean and Franco we saw Justice League, there were these dudes who were really into it, and they were just shouting and shouting to telling Superman to beat up Steppenwolf, and they were being pretty profane and loud. And at first I thought it was funny because Justice League is a bad movie, and they were saying bad things.
You are so flip flop with your opinion on this movie.
I am. No, don't get me wrong. No, look, Chris, it's a bad movie. Everyone should watch it.
It's so bad it's fun.
It's so bad it's fun. Okay. And it's fun to heckle at. It's fun because that's what I was laughing with them at first, and then they started getting really rowdy, and I got scared because I was like, I don't care this much about the black suit stranger.
I do. God, it would have been so cool.
It would have been cooler. Even Snyder's movie might not have been good.
We would have got
but
that
it probably
black
would have
suit.
been more interesting. At least interesting, which is different. That doesn't mean good, but we could have talked about it.
Yeah, fuck my life. God,
what's better, the Superman black suit or the Black Panther black suit?
Which version are we talking about? The one where you take the mask off?
I kind of like to. I think the mask thing is stupid. I don't like that it just.
He did
disappears.
it anyways.
Well, does he actually take off his mask?
Yeah, he does. At the beginning. Yeah, at the beginning.
Well, in the beginning, he has the old suit on.
I know, but like for each one, he like for the new suit, he'll have the head thing off, and then like with the old suit, he'll have the head thing off. So like her argument about it, is a little invalid.
I think she was just arguing that like that effort.
I guess.
Was there. But I don't know. What do you prefer, the Civil War looking suit or the new one? I prefer this one has more black on the face and on the body, so I kind of like it a little more.
I don't know. I didn't really see too much of a difference. Yes.
No, they're similar, which I like because that Black Panther suit is really good. It's like you don't mess with perfection that much, although they did improve it.
Why didn't they add the trench coat from the 90s?
Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah,
I love Marvel Knights.
No,
I just kidding.
Marvel Knights. That's such a Marvel comics are weird. I keep watching like What Culture videos and watching all the things that Marvel wants you to forget, and I'm like, you're right, What Culture. I do want to forget. But then I want to read more comics.
Wait, What Culture? I think I watched them too. Like they're like Britishy kind of.
Yeah, they're really funny. Yeah. They're like Watch Mojo but with personality.
Yeah, they're kind of like I don't know. Their lists are sometimes weird because they'll say good things about one thing and then another video they'll say something else, like with video games.
Oh yeah, I watch some. I watch too many of their video game ones. Considering I don't play video games, I just like them. I like all of them.
Yeah, no, they're fun.
They're my family. Anyway,
I like Mr. Sunday.
I don't. I should watch him.
You should watch him. He's fun. I'll show you something later.
He's the goat guy.
Yeah. But he's funny. His accent's top notch.
He's Australian, right?
Yeah.
All right. Last thoughts, Black Panther. For you. For me? Yeah, really good movie. Definitely top tier Marvel movie. Recommend. But I know that's because Ryan Coogler is behind the camera, and he brought with him a cinematographer. That's why the movie looks so good. Because I think this is probably the best looking Marvel movie, in my opinion. It just looks so good.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
8 out of 10. All right. Okay.
But,
we're close. Pretty close.
But Winter Soldier is. I think that's an ugly movie to look at, man.
I think I'm an ugly movie to look at.
I think everything I know is ugly. I think I don't know what pretty means anymore. Alright, so with that being said, we're going to move on to recommendations. So stick around in the next 3 seconds for that to come. Now we move on to the recommendations portion of the show, where we're going to recommend to you anything and everything that we think our dear listeners need to know for their future lives coming up right now. End of sentence.
But only one thing, not...
Only one thing. Look, we want you to listen every week. So we save them, we give them to you weekly. And Chris is going to go first. Chris, what is your recommendation for our amazing listeners this week?
I just finished Devilman Crybaby. And I got into it 2 days ago, and I haven't been the same because it is so violent. It is so sexy.
What is it?
It's a Japanese anime, originally a manga from the 70s. It's hyper violent. It's crazy. I literally feel weird.
What's weirder, that anime or the boat sequence in Willy Wonka?
There's no way of knowing.
They're doing a Willy Wonka reboot thing.
Why?
By the guy who directed Paddington. So how does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, I guess like it's a book adaptation, but I also feel like the original is just so perfect the way it is. Like you don't like need to like introduce it to a new audience.
Yeah.
I feel like that's their excuse.
I thought the Paddington director would seal the deal for you. I thought you'd be like, yeah, I'll watch it.
I will watch it, but I just think that the original is perfect the way it is.
Yeah, it's so much funnier than you ever remember it, because you watch it and you're like, those jokes still land.
Gene Wilder is so amazing.
He's such a good actor. But no, talk more about your recommendation. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's hyper violent and like gory.
What? Keep going.
Okay. It's got an interesting story. I mean, it's,
what's the basic like plot of it?
Demons are real and they're taking over people's bodies, and this guy like takes a demon attacks him, but he like steals its body because his heart is pure or something like that, and he like keeps the demon's body, but he has his conscience and his heart, and then he uses it to fight the demons. There you go.
Yeah, but you said it was really dark, like really.
Oh yeah, God, it's a bleak story.
You said there's like a 70s version, and then you watched the Netflix version. Does that have a definitive ending, or is it like this is? Like, is it like more mini-series, or is it clearly there's going to be more to come?
The Netflix series ends like exactly like how they like manga like full on ends. Like, I mean, I haven't read it fully, but I looked it up on Wikipedia and the summary, and like where the summary ends, like the end of it all, that's the same way the Netflix series ends. So I don't think they're going to do a season 2 or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Also, the original 70s has like 3 movies, and the third one is like wrap up. There's no like cliffhanger or anything.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you don't see a lot of stories that are like just definitive endings and stuff.
Especially with like Japanese stuff.
those go on. And usually when they do end, they're terrible.
Yeah.
The anime doesn't have a good record of sticking the landing, really.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, checked it out. It's like only 24 minutes an episode, so you can finish it in a day. All right, Ed, so what do you got?
So this week I'm going to recommend to you all... I am going to recommend another movie. We talked about it a little bit. Fruitvale Station, which is the first collaboration between Michael B. Jordan and the director of Black Panther, Ryan Coogler. And it tells the story of this unfortunate, really tragic massacre that happened. Not massacre, but evidence of police brutality that happened in Oakland, California.
Really?
At
Oakland,
Fruitvale,
too?
yeah. No, it's crazy because Ryan Coogler's from Oakland and he has such a fantastic eye for portraying the city and the people who live in it. It's a short movie. I think it's like 70 minutes maybe. It's really short, but it's a beautiful film about basically the tragedy of a life lost because Michael B. Jordan plays the main character and he's not like the smartest guy. He's not the best person ever. He's really not. He's made plenty of mistakes, but he's kind. And then you see, he's of course, it's a spoiler, I guess, kind of, but he's killed due to police brutality, and that's the whole film. That's the end of the film. But
you just spoiled it.
Yeah, but most people knew that going. Well, I mean, I knew that going in, and I still really enjoyed it because you're just watching this guy live a life, see how he affects people, and he dies, and it just hurts all the more that that at least for me, it kind of contributed to it. It's coming, and that makes it all a little worse.
You just spoiled it.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's the movie. Like that's what the story is. Like I don't know.
So
I wouldn't consider it a spoiler. I would consider it like this is something like most people should know watching it.
Does it tell you at the beginning this is like his last day or something like that?
No.
You fucking spoiled
It's like an event. It's like saying, oh look, the Titanic sunk. Like it sinks at the end. It's like that's.
Well, how does Titanic 2 end?
I don't know. I haven't watched that episode of Doctor Who.
Oh my god! Isn't he on the ship at one point?
It's pretty good. It's pretty wild.
Is that David Tennant?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it is. Anyway, Fruitvale Station. Check it out. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but if it is, watch it. And you can tell that you can literally match shots from Fruitvale Station and Black Panther because you look at it and you think, damn. Those are some beautiful sunset shots. But anyway, check that film out. So that is going to wrap it up for our show. Thank you so much for listening. Chris, where can we find you on the internet, the social media?
You can actually find me boarding the Titanic 2. That was supposed to be a thing. Anyways, you can find me only on Instagram at _the_milky_way. Shoot me a message in the DMs for that Snapchat. I'll wink at you. Also... nothing new is happening. And what's up? What's your?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Life of Screen, and you can follow the show at Too Many Mistakes Were Made _ between each word. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back with you next Tuesday with more Mistakes Were Made.
Who the fuck wants to ride a boat called Titanic 2? Who would do that?
End the show, Derek.
Ed.
That's my name.
I only got one question for you. What are those? Fuck my leg.
I didn't get that was a Vine reference. Full disclosure. Derek, begin the programming.